Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Well, it's another morning session. Wow, such a beautiful day, too. I think I might go outside today. Isn't that a crazy thing to say? I think I might go outside today. As if to say I don't typically go outside, which is kind of true. Okay, let's get to it, shall we? Let's get Bach to business. I have some Bach to work on. My motivation right now is kind of at a lower level than it typically has been. I'm a little bit depressed from my nail feel from last night. I feel like all my pieces sounded bad, but I did just file them, only a little bit though. I think I figured it out, so we'll see how that goes. I know when I get that guitar in my hands, I'll feel good. Let's see, what are we doing today? Name of the game is BWV 1001. I'm gonna work on everything in it, every movement. So I guess the main thing, I'm gonna try to get through that presto, because that is the checkpoint. Once we're past the presto, I can finally start a new big piece, and then we'll keep BWV 1001 on the back burner while I'll just work on it, try to memorize the whole thing. It'll eventually be an extravaganza. Imagine doing an entire extravaganza of just BWV 1001. That'd be pretty epic. That pretty much covers what I'm working on. I've been taking this time to answer comment questions, so let's take a look at the comments section. I don't have any prepared right now, but let's see what's going on. Here's a softball from Martin. Why don't you treat yourself to a better guitar? Well, that's a great question, because right now I play the Cordoba C12, and I know in my last extravaganza where I was making fun of Marty Schwartz, I was like, how much money do you pay for this Taylor? Probably like a couple grand, right? I know it's set up well. There shouldn't be like buzzing when you're trying to play a C major chord. And I say that, I paid a couple grand for the C12, and there is totally buzzing because it just wasn't set up from the factory and I haven't given it to somebody to set up yet. So I set it up myself. Like I took the nut out and filed it down, and the bridge, I filed that as well. I kind of overfiled, to be honest. And sometimes you can actually hear if I press a note, like if I play another note, the other side of the string sympathetically vibrates and you can hear a buzzing, which is really terrible for like that level of instrument. And I can stop the buzzing. The only way to stop it though is if I bend the string a little bit and move it to another part of the fret, and that cuts the string off. But that's terrible. I have to like make my technique worse to make it sound better on this guitar. So I just don't. I just choose to ignore it. The C12 is definitely an in-between guitar. It's not a guitar that I love or anything like that. It is just a good enough guitar because it does sound pretty okay. And pro tip, I got it on Musician's Friend. Musician's Friend has a deal where you can do 48-month financing for 0% interest. Here's a financial pro tip. If you're ever allowed to pay for something later with zero penalty, so no interest, always take that deal. The US dollar is inflating, on average around 3% a year. And I did the math. It comes out to like $200 or something of value. Like I still spend the same amount of dollars, of course, but the value is less the farther in the future we go. Not all loans are bad. That's my point. We'll talk more about finances at some point. Obviously, this isn't financial advice. I have to say that to cover my booty. But you know, that's what we've come to now. We're talking about loans. Let me know if you have any financial questions. Post them in the comments. It can be about real estate. It can be about stocks. I can give you what I think you should invest in 2024. Feel free to ask. I'll tell you my opinion. Okay, I think we can wrap this one up here. So let's go ahead and get into the playing, shall we? All right, back from the dead. Let's get it. Mainly going to be focusing on BWV 1001 Presto, but I'm going to warm up with the fugue and all the other stuff, because of course, I love the new, but it's always nice to see a familiar face. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead and jump into it, so I will see you on the other side. Okay, I think I'm about ready to call it there. I've mainly been working on the first three movements of the Bach Sonata. So, let me bring you closer. I'm going to play the second half of the Siciliana for you, because I've been working on that. I have a few issues with it right now. I'm playing kind of a lot of it in open position, and I think, as Julian Bream would say, it's a little honest with those long strings, but it's a little too, like, bright. I feel like it needs some more, like, warmth. I'm going to work on moving a lot of that to fifth position or whatever. But for now, I'm just going to try to dolce it up. Alright, here it is. One take. was it? So, I'm working hard to clean that one up. I might do one more take just for fun. You know, we've been watching this masterclass, but I'm actually enjoying where the Bach documentary has been going. So let's do a little flippy floppy and go between them. We left off with the little organ book. Let's see what that's about.
In which a beginning organist receives
420 blaze it.
instruction as to performing a chorale in a multitude of ways, while achieving mastery in the study of the pedal.
Ah, yes, the pedal. Have you achieved mastery in the study of the pedal? I'm just gonna leave that right there. We got props here.
You know, Bach had so many children, he wrote instructional keyboard playing books for his children.
And what a good father he was. And he's kind of a father to all of us for that. I hope to be doing that with my kids one day. Or at the very least giving them Bach to learn. Makes you wonder, how did Bach get so good when he didn't have the little organ book and all his preludes and fugues to learn from? Ancient aliens? That's where my mind goes. Can I get the aliens meme guy? I'm freaking out looking at all those colors.
So a lot of us keyboard players start our training with that.
You know how I feel about keyboard players. I had a whole rant on this yesterday.
The greatest minds, the greatest creative geniuses in the world are first demanding of themselves, more so than of anyone else. But
that's why I like to take it easy. I'm not demanding at all. I'm just chilling, y'all. I hope you're chilling too. We don't have to do any of that. We don't have to be the most creative minds. It's fine. It's all good.
If you are that demanding of yourself, you can't help but be that demanding of everybody else.
I don't demand anything from any of you. Just do your best and chill. Just have fun. You'll be fine. Is that it?
Prison.
Okay. Little organ book to prison. I wonder what Bach did. Was it for stabbing that man in the last one? Let's see.
One way Bach's time was not like our own was that as a musician, he was an indentured servant of the local prince.
Dude, that sucks. What? I didn't know that. That's crazy.
He found that out the hard way when he tried to quit his job without the Prince of Weimar's permission.
Oh, yeah. I heard the story in my college music history classes, actually.
On November 6, concert master and organist Bach was confined to the county judge's place of detention for too stubbornly forcing the issue of his dismissal.
God, what happened to you, man? Where's his watch? Is he still wearing the watch? Okay, good. I think he was. Good. That's contraband. He can get in trouble for that.
Notice of his unfavorable discharge.
It's fine. He's like, that Bach. I'm gonna see him next week, that loser. That scum. He's gonna rob a liquor store and he's gonna be right back in this cell. I'm gonna be slapping these cuffs right back on him. Just disgust with Bach. He didn't do anything wrong. He just tried to quit his job. Oh my god, this looks like one of my videos. All overexposed. It's a nice shirt. You got arrested in a nice shirt. This is the Bach I don't find myself listening to very often. Admittedly, sorry everybody. Yeah. Okay.
No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life.
I mean, a lot of living beings are processed food, to be fair. What about them?
Real food is simple. It looks like food. It smells like food. It's what dogs are supposed to be eating.
We really love dogs, but just don't care about any other mammal, really. We just kill all the other ones, and we just eat them, and we process them. That's how detached we are from it. We're like, no dog should have to eat processed food, but we're gonna take this animal with a larger brain to body ratio and process it in this horrible factory. Sorry to bring it down, everybody. And I don't want to hear it from anybody who's like, oh, like, wait, you don't eat meat? Yes, I eat meat, sometimes. I try to not eat it too often, though. But yeah, factory farming's bad. I feel like we can all agree on that. And he's back. Oh, this guy. This guy is my dream hair right now. Alright, that was 2 Bach things. So, I think that's enough for today, I'd say. That was pretty fun. I feel like this documentary is really picking up, so I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get back to practicing, and yeah, I'll see you there. It's time to get back to it. I'm gonna work on the Presto. I'm gonna play the Soar Mozart variations, of course, and then we're gonna call it a day after that. So, I'll see you there. Okay, how about this? I've been playing for a little while, I've been working on some stuff, so let me show you what I've been working on. Of course I did the Presto, just getting more familiar with the first page, you heard that last time. And And I've been working a lot on the Soar Mozart variation. This one. So I'll just play it slow for you. I'll try to play it as clean as I can. Did I rush that? My AC turned on again. I don't mean to make this unprofessional. Sorry, guys. Alright, well, that's what I've been doing. So, you know. There. Ooh, my arm feels cold now. I missed my sleeve. I'll sometimes just wear this when I'm not practicing. Just because it does make a difference, having a little warmth there. Alright, we can pretty much wrap this one up. So, let's do it. If you made it this far, you know, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, that's always appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment, ask a question, or you can just comment anything at all, and that'll be fine. I'm gonna end it here. I'll see you tonight.